Aw, animals.
Will you be this pooch's family? A dog in Detroit, Michigan that was abandoned inside a dumpster has made an incredible transformation and is now looking for a permanent home and family. In a Facebook post from the Detroit Dog Rescue, a pit bull named Oscar was found with another dog inside of a dumpster. Both dogs had scars, infections, and parasites, including heartworm, a parasite that can cause heart failure in dogs. In the latest update, Oscar has made an incredible turnaround and has moved on to a foster home for further recovery. Fortunately, the other dog, a German Shepherd, has already been adopted. Do you want to give Oscar a home? Keep watching for rescue stories of our animal friends.
Kitten freed from a glass jar. Bystanders stumbled upon this kitten that had its entire head stuck in a glass jar and filmed its rescue. They were able to grab hold of the black and white kitten and used a hammer to slowly crack away at the jar.
Gözlə. Oradan vurmaq lazımdır, dibdən. Başlasın. Astaca vur, prosta. Pişik, gözlə bir dəqiqə. Astaca vur, bək vurma ya, asta vur ki. Asta çıxart. Çıxmadı.
Gözlə. Onu fırlatmaq lazım. Eləmə, kəsizlik başını, gözlə. Uzan pişik, uzan.
Until eventually the kitten was freed. Now, we're not sure if that was really the best way to free a kitten that's stuck in a jar, but things could have gone a whole lot worse.
Police rescue dog trapped in mud. Pennsylvania police officers don't give two cares about getting dirty if it means saving man's best friend. Sheila Shore thought it was strange that her 13-year-old dog Pluto didn't come home Tuesday night. She didn't find the pooch until day 3 of the search, but when she did, she found Pluto trapped up to his neck in 2 feet of mud. Look close, he's right there. The dog was fighting to keep his nose above the surface until help arrived. The mud pit Pluto got stuck in Tuesday night was near a creek not far from Shore's home. The dog struggled to survive for the next 60 hours. This was the scene officers were called to Friday morning. Officers prepared a makeshift gurney and didn't hesitate jumping in to help the canine. Both officers were required to remove the dog from the mud pit. The final moments of the rescue were captured on video.
It's okay, buddy.
The pooch could hardly move as it was transferred to the vet. Shore said Pluto still had some matted hair and walks with a limp, but he's on his way to a full recovery. Good eye spotting him, Miss Shore, and props to Officer Mike Kushner and Sergeant Michael Martin for doing the dirty work.
Villagers save trapped baby elephant. This is the heartwarming moment a baby elephant is rescued from a well by villagers in India. Locals rallied to help the poor animal after it fell into the watery hole near their village. The elephant's mother kept the village up all night as she cried and trumpeted and refused to leave her calf. The baby elephant was making its way through the forest when it fell into the well. Even though she tried with all her might, the calf's mother just couldn't get her baby out. But the mommy elephant didn't give up on her calf. As other herd members waited nearby, the mother elephant cried and trumpeted for her baby. Fearful locals didn't get any sleep, worried the herd might go on a rampage. But that didn't happen thanks to the actions of some brave villagers. The villagers placed bamboo poles near the well to keep the herd at bay. They then lowered more poles into the hole to keep the baby elephant afloat. Forest officials used an earth mover to make a slope in the well, which allowed the calf to escape. The baby pachyderm then rejoined its mother, and the herd returned to the forest with a full complement of elephants.
Bear rescued from BILE farm in Vietnam splashes around in pool. This is Tuffy. He looks like he's having a grand old time, splashing around in this water pit. And he finally is. But his entire life leading up to this happy moment can only be described as excruciating. The day before this video was taken, Tuffy was transported to safety by an animal rescue group from a bear bile farm in Vietnam. There, he spent his days confined to a tiny cage. His feet had likely never touched ground. Tuffy's fate is shared by an estimated 10,000 bears in China and roughly 1,200 more in Vietnam. Why? For their bile, extracted from their gallbladders daily. Bear bile is sold in many forms, from flakes to pills to powder or as liquid in bottles. You can even find whole bear gallbladders on the market. For more than 3,000 years, many Asian cultures have carried the belief that bear bile can be used to treat a variety of human ailments. Hemorrhoids, sore throats, epilepsy, fevers, and the improvement of eyesight, just to name a few. Bears used in the bile trade are either captured in the wild via steel poaching traps or born into factory farms, enslaved for up to 30 years before their death. Their cages, known as crush cages for obvious reasons, measure 4 feet by 5 feet by 2 feet on average, robbing them of the mobility to stand up or turn around. Bear bile can be extracted in a number of ways, all of them incredibly painful. Most methods involve cutting the bear open and inserting a catheter or similar device through the abdomen, then puncturing the bear's gallbladder. This is usually done without anesthetics or pain medication. Bile then drips out of the gallbladder and is collected in a bag. The catheter is sometimes left in permanently to facilitate an auto-drip function for continued harvesting. Chinese herbalists and scientists alike have found no proven medical benefits of using bear bile to treat human illnesses of any kind. Yet the worldwide market stemming from bear bile production and bear parts is estimated to be a $2 billion industry. In 2005, Vietnam placed a ban on bear bile farming and production, but loopholes still exist to allow the cruel trade to continue. Rescue groups like Animals Asia are working tirelessly for the remaining 1,200 bears in Vietnam factory farms to be released into sanctuaries like this one, realistically planning for practices to be eliminated by 2020. If they remain on target, the hope is that Tuffy here will have plenty of company bathing and having fun alongside him pretty soon.